Hey, what's up everybody? Hammerheart Metal Reviews here today. Do another discography countdown, ranking my least favorite album to my favorite album of one of my favorite bands. Today, none other than the Godfathers of Death Metal, Death. Oh man, this is one of the hardest lists you'll probably ever have to do because every single album Death ever recorded is a fucking masterpiece. Honestly, 7 albums that are probably all 10 out of 10s or very close to. It's a very hard list. You could have any of these in any spot, and I wouldn't really shit talk it. Like, they are just such a good band. Chuck, oh fuck, like the riffs on all these albums, just amazing. I don't need to give you too much of an intro of what Death's all about. If you're watching this video, you obviously know what they're about. You just want to know maybe what my opinion is. So anyways, here we go. I'm just going to get right into it. Start with number 7. For me, it's their last album, The Sound of Perseverance. Putting this 7th does not mean this is a shitty album. I fucking love this album. It is so good. I mean, maybe I wouldn't give it 10 out of 10, but probably a 9 out of 10. Like, the songs on here, it is so proggy and technical. It's obviously a lot different than their earlier stuff, but it is absolutely amazing. Spirit Crusher, Flesh and the Power that it holds, the instrumental Voice of the Soul. Like, oh, is that a beautiful fucking song or what? Like, I feel bad putting this last because it is such a good album, but something had to go last, and all these albums are so good, so that's the one that I'm putting 7th. On to number 6, going with the debut, Scream Bloody Gore. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love this album. 9.5 out of 10, this basically started death metal. Arguably that or Possessed, but whatever, I'm going with Death. This was the first like true death metal album. And oh man, did it just spawn everything. This is so good. So evil sounding. His screams are nuts on this album. Like, you must die in pain, you must die in blind. Like, so good. Oh, what songs are my favorites? Infernal Death, Zombie Ritual, Evil Dead, Scream Bloody Gore, Mutilation. I can name this whole fucking album. There's no filler on any Death album. It's all good shit. But oh man, this is just... If you've never heard death metal, probably go start with this album. It's the originator. It is a classic. You gotta listen to it. It's fucking amazing. On to number 5. Going with the second last album, Symbolic. Once again, I feel bad putting this low because I absolutely love this album. But, like, these are all... I'm gonna say the same shit about every album. Like, they are all just so good. Symbolic is when it kind of took the next step into the proggy stuff. It's so much more progressive than the first 5 albums. But oh, it is so good too. And his singing changed a little bit and I love it. Empty Words, Crystal Mountain, title track Symbolic. Like, these are all just classics. So good. The riffing, it's amazing. I can't gush about this album enough. This could easily be your number 1. Symbolic is a fucking masterpiece. But for me, it's going right here at number 5. Number 4, for me, Spiritual Healing. A lot of people put this lower on the list, think it's the worst Death album. I don't. I absolutely love this album. I can never stop listening to it. It never gets boring to me. I love everything on this from start to finish. Living Monstrosity, that opening riff. That's my good mouth guitar, you know what I mean though? If you've heard the song, you know exactly what I fucking mean. Oh, the title track, Spiritual Healing. Oh, easily one of my favorite Death songs. Just so fucking crunchy and good and heavy. Low Life, Genetic Reconstruction. Like, every song on here is a fucking killer. And that's what's coming in at number 4. Top 3, these are interchangeable on any given day. I love all this shit. But for right now, number 3 is Human. Whoa, this when, like, basically had the couple dudes from Cynic come in, help out on drums and guitar. And, like, the culmination of that lineup, it just brought out something special. So fucking good. Lack of Comprehension, Flattening of Emotions. Who doesn't know that song just from the opening drum beat? Right away, like, you know that song as soon as it fucking starts. Suicide Machine, another wicked track. Like, this whole album is fucking amazing. Could easily have gone higher than this, but coming in at number 3 because there's 2 that I just like a little bit more. Number 2, Individual Thought Patterns. Ooh, I mean, I fucking love King Diamond. Andy LaRocque from King Diamond comes and plays some leads on this album. him combined with Chuck is just like, it's magic. Makes me jizz. Ugh, like, fuck, it's so good. Fuck, what can I say about this album? It is just absolutely killer. Love everything on here. Overactive Imagination, Jealousy, Trapped in a Corner, one of my favorite Death songs. The Philosopher, they actually have a cool music video for that too. Like, this is just such a good album. It's so technical, but still sounding really heavy and like old school death metal. It's almost the pinnacle of their career. But there's one more, which you obviously know what's coming. Let's see, I got a poster over here somewhere. Yeah, over there. You see it. It's Leprosy. Wow, I can't even talk. Leprosy, their second album. This is just a stone cold death metal classic. Like, actually, before when I said you should start with Scream Bloody Gore if you've never heard death before, start with Leprosy. This is the definition of death metal. You listen to that album, you'll understand what death metal is. It's just that fucking good, that genre defining. It is fucking killer. Punches you in the gut and doesn't let go. Opening track, Leprosy, amazing. Pull the Plug, absolute classic death metal song. One of the best death songs ever recorded. Open Casket, Choke on It. This whole album, just fucking classic. It is amazing. Can't do without it. I listen to this all the time. I always will. It's never going to go out of my nonstop albums that I keep listening to. It's just that fucking good. And I absolutely love it. Chuck Schuldiner is a god. He was taken too early. It fucking sucks. But at least he gave us 7 fucking kick-ass death albums to listen to. And 1 Control the Night album, which is pretty fucking good too. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about death. That's my ranking. Let me know down below what you think of this video. What's your favorite death album? What's your least favorite? Am I way off base here? Just let me know your thoughts. I'll get back to you with what I think of yours too. Fucking A. Hammerheart Metal Reviews, out.